Guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen, and today we're doing some outdoor DIY decor. This first couple, I'm actually using some scrap wood from our garage. We had a ton of this, so I just went through it and I started cutting some longer pieces down to about 28 inches long, and then I just cut 3 of them down just to kind of use what we had. I wasn't really kind of going for a specific size or anything. I just wanted to see and like match up just a couple pieces of wood. So I cut 3 of these down to start with, and then I'm just going to go ahead and glue them all together. So I did just grab some wood glue, and I did just wait 24 hours just to make sure that these were going to stay together.
Some days I'm in my feelings, in some ways I'm still healing. Sometimes that's just life, but I still gotta try.
Next, this wasn't necessary, but it was pretty the wood was kind of disgusting. So I did just go over it with a coat of white paint. I did have these larger wooden letters, and these are from Walmart, and I already painted them black. I've already done a craft with them, and I just did not love it. So I pulled it apart, and they've kind of been sitting around for a while, so they're kind of scuffed up. So I'm just going to go ahead and repaint them black. Now, once that is done, I am just going to go ahead and glue all the letters to the board to make a cute little home sign for my porch.
All my pain had a purpose. Every scar made it worth it. Grew from every fall, and I can feel it all. I'm not letting go. I'm a ray of light through the darkest storm. I'm a rose that bloomed in a field of thorns. I'm unbreakable. Even when it's cold, I'm a bright blue flame. You can dim the lights, but I burn the same. I got clarity, I know what I need. I'm unbreakable. I'm not in a hurry. I'm grateful for the journey, 'cause healing never looks.
Next, I'm just going to go ahead and measure this out. I wanted to make a really fun wood box project. I actually seen something similar to this online, and I was like, I actually have literally everything to make that. So I just cut these down to size, and I want to say this is about 24 to 26 inches long. Kind of made everything very similar because we had a lot of similar wood pieces. So I glued these ones just like I did with the first project, and I had a wooden box that I actually got from a garage sale, and I think it was $2 possibly. It's been sitting in my garage for I can't tell you how long, so I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. I actually was thinking Christmas with a Christmas tree and never did that. I'm going to use the nail gun to nail this onto the boards, and then I want to go ahead and spray paint it. This is a Rust-Oleum chalk spray paint in the color Sage. I got this on the clearance rack from Walmart. If you have not checked out spray paint in a long time, you'll see that it is really expensive. So I just had a little bit left, and I actually used up the entire can, which I always get really excited when I use items that I've had for a really long time, because I just feel like I finally get my money's worth. Grab this chalkboard sign for 79 cents at the Goodwill As Is store. I'm using this silkscreen transfer. This was originally from Michael's. I bought it a couple years ago. It is starting to lose all the stickiness on it, but I just feel like I can use it a couple more times. And I love that fresh market feel, since my house is just kind of decorated in a farmhouse literally everywhere. Now I'm just trying to figure out where to put it, and I'm just going to put a screw right in the top of this so that chalkboard stays. Now once that was done, I just wanted to go ahead and add some faux greenery. I could have added a real plant, but sometimes my flowers in the front of my house just don't get watered like they should, so fake is kind of the good route to go for my front porch. Then I wanted to add a solar light, so this will light up at night, and I just think this turned out so cute, and I actually already had everything on hand, which made it even better.
The same, turn into another page. I know how the seasons change. No matter what my fears might say, I'm not letting go.
More scrap wood. I cut these down, and now the smaller pieces are 4.5 inches long, and the longer pieces are 22 inches long, and I just cut them, and then now I'm just nailing them all together. So this was such a simple project to do. So if you're trying to get into woodworking or you want to kind of just go ahead and create something on your own, I think making boxes like this is probably one of the easiest things that I have ever done. And if you have a miter saw, it works even better. I'm sure you could use just a regular saw. I personally have never used one of those, so who knows, but this kind of worked out to my favor. Now I'm just kind of measuring out the middle just to make sure that I put these in the correct spots. So I just added those 2 pieces in because we wanted some little compartments, and then I'm going to go ahead and nail those down too. Now this did need a bottom piece, and of course we have just literally about everything in our garage, so I just went ahead and kind of made a little line with a pencil so I'd be able to cut what I needed, and then the rest I will save for a different project. Now I'm not sure what kind of saw this is, but it was in the garage and I figured that I could use it exactly for this project. I don't normally love this one because I never cut straight, but I did my best and ended up working out just fine. Now I just flipped my box over and I'm going to go ahead and nail that bottom piece down. No one's gonna take that from me. I won't put nothing above me, 'cause I'm unbreakable. I'm unbreakable. I'm a ray of light. Now to finish this up, I just wanted to go ahead and sand everything down smooth. Some of it was just kind of rough from sitting in the garage for a while, so I wanted to go ahead and do that before I painted it. Now, once that was done, I just used the hazelnut color. This is by Waverly Chalk Paint. Mine kind of started to get a little chunky, so this was honestly the last project I was able to use with that. I don't use a ton of this color, so maybe next time I'll just go ahead and buy something a little bit smaller, just to make sure that I would actually use all of it. But I did 2 coats of that, and then I wanted to just go ahead and add a transfer to this. Now, I love using Chalk Couture, and I just think it makes items that I plan on keeping around for a while. It makes just look store-bought, more high-end, so I just prefer to use these. But this Outdoor and S'mores one I've had for a couple years, and I just wanted to go ahead and use this one more time because you just can't use these enough. And if you guys have checked out Chalk Couture, it can be a little pricey. I am a designer, so I do get a great discount. And then if you're a Perks member, you also get like almost better discounts as a Perks member. They just seem to have like a lot more going for you on there. And it's $20 a month. You get a $20 credit and you get 30% off your purchase. They always have different deals for you and sales, and sometimes you can get transfers for under $2, which is absolutely insane. But I'm using the bright white chalk paste for this. I'll always link Chalk Couture down in the description box below for you guys because honestly, it's never done me wrong. And I'm just going to peel that back. I wanted to go ahead and dry brush because this looked great. Just need a little bit of something extra. So I just went ahead and used some of this, oh gosh, I think this is espresso chalk paint. This is from the Art Minds by Michaels. And I got that on clearance too because I love a good clearance paint. Just dry brushing the entire thing. Love a good s'mores caddy, and I can always redo this if I chose, but let me know, what is your favorite chocolate on your s'mores? We love just a little bit of everything. I think Reese's, though, hands down, is my favorite. Up, I grabbed this chalkboard sign from a yard sale for 50 cents. I think that was such a steal for something like this. And then now I'm just taking those bent up keys that were on the bottom of this, and then I'm just going to go ahead and fill those holes. I'm not sure what the keys were. I'm not sure if they bent them to make little hooks, but I did not like that one bit, so I knew they'd have to go in just a little bit of wood filler, and no big deal. Honestly, it takes a couple minutes to dry. Maybe it takes a little bit longer, but a couple minutes is probably enough time or patience that I have for that. And then, of course, I did just wipe it down and clean it up a little bit, sanded it, and then you can't even tell where those holes are going to be once I paint everything. I started going in with some white chalk paint, and then I realized that wood was starting to kind of bleed through. So I had to kind of go ahead and paint that again. I ended up using the color Celery by Waverly Chalk Paint, and then kind of realized that I was starting over, and this chalkboard kind of looked the exact same as when I purchased it, minus the keys and the holes. Sanding it down a little bit just because, you know, it's just something that I do. Either I'm going to dry brush or I'm going to sand off some of those edges, give it a little roughness. Now I'm going to go ahead and use another Chalk Couture transfer. I've had this one. I think this was honestly my first transfer that I ever bought. A little bit of dry brushing because I had that hazelnut color out, so we're just dry brushing a little bit with that too. But this stencil, I think this is honestly the first one I ever purchased from Chalk Couture. Farm Charm, it had a couple animals in it. I wish they would bring this one back. It's been a long time. I like when they bring their older stencils back. Adding that to the center with some bright white chalk paste. Spend a lot of time out on our patio, so I just wanted to go ahead and add something to the siding. Now I just use some siding hooks so I don't ruin the siding whatsoever, but I thought this was so perfect, and then I have some flowers underneath with a little table, and I just think it looks so good together. I did this unicorn stool for a really long time, and I did sand it. I ended up having to wood fill the unicorn in because it was kind of engraved in there, so I just had to do a couple coats of paint. You could still kind of see through, but eventually I was kind of like, okay, I think this is it. Like, I don't think it's going to get any better than what it is. So some white paint, and then I'm just doing the edges. The bottom I loved, so I wish the unicorn would not have been there because this was such a pretty wood that I would have left the entire thing wood. I just thought it was super pretty, but the bottom I was like, I'm definitely going to leave it wood. We're going to scuff sand the edges just to give it a little bit of something, and because it's just what I really like. Now this one is from Amazon. I love picking up all of these. Like I said, I just think it makes everything look high-end and store-bought. So I'd use these as much as I possibly can, but I love a good Amazon transfer, and sometimes they're pretty inexpensive. I want to say sometimes I can get like a 4 or 5 pack of them for $7 or $8. It just depends. Sometimes they're smaller, sometimes they're larger, but I loved this one. So I'm doing this in the Candy Apple Red Chalk Paste by Chalk Couture, and of course the color Velvet, and this is also by Chalk Couture. When I finished this, I had all the plans on making it into a plant stand for outside, and then I just kind of threw it here, and I think this looks so cute. So eventually I'll probably add a plant, but then it'll kind of cover all the cuteness up. So let me know in the comments below what you would do with this, but for now, it's just going to end up sitting on my porch with all my other cute decor. And for the last one, my mom actually gave this to me. So this wasn't really like anything thrifted, but I guess it is technically thrifted if it was somebody else's. But I think potentially it was mine first, and then I gave it to her. And then we're just going to go ahead and kind of rearrange this a little bit. The vases are from Dollar Tree. The rocks are from Dollar Tree. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add some new lavender to this. I love a good lavender. I've had some on my patio for a really long time in this tin piece, and it's very pretty, and it stays out all summer long. This one is probably gonna have to come in a little bit because I just don't want the wood to get ruined when it rains, and it's probably gonna be one of those things that has to come in every night or so. But anyways, just adding the lavender, and then this is what I made a long time ago with Chalk Couture, and honestly, that paste it's still like in perfect shape. I just think that's crazy because it has been in so much sun. And then you can see my RBF. It's just, I don't know what is wrong with my face sometimes, but it just always looks angry. I'm really not even angry at all. Put that in the center instead, just kind of clean the table up. And then I grabbed these solar lights from Dollar General. You get 6 of them for $7, and I grabbed them. They were buy one, get one free. So I actually got 14 of them, or no, 12 of them for $7, which I thought that was quite a steal. So if you ever need some solar lights, I recommend to always grab them from Dollar General, or you can just get one for $1. But I think this turned out so cute. I cannot wait to see this at night. But you guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love you to stick around and subscribe. And until then, you guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.